How's it going? It's your boy, Acme. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm not too active on social media or social anything, really. I'm a lot like my dad in that regard, but I wanted to make a quick video to share what I'm doing with my dry fast. I made a post about it yesterday, and got a good amount of support and people who showed some interest, and so I wanted to reach out and just give a little bit of an update. So first, what is a dry fast? Okay, so a dry fast is a fast, because we all know like what a fast is. Like, oh, you don't eat anything for a certain amount of time, right? Basically, that's a fast. So there's two types of fasts. There's a wet fast, a dry fast. Actually, there's more than two types. You can have a juice fast. You can have all kinds of fasts. But the fasts that I'm interested in are wet fasts and dry fasts. A wet fast is a fast in which you don't eat any food. You don't drink anything that has like anything in it but water. So you don't eat any food, but you can drink water. So you can stay hydrated. You can just drink water, purified water, ideally, and only water. Nothing else. No tea, no juice, no lemon added to your water. Just straight water. Actually, the lemon one might be good because lemon. Anyway, but that's a wet fast, and I've done, I think two or three of those. My longest one being 50 hours. Now, dry fasting is something that I started learning about, I believe, this year. I hadn't really read anything about it or learned anything about it, and it really has fascinated me even more than wet fasts because of how amazing it is and how much sense it makes to me. Like, it makes so much sense. And when I talk to people about this, it's so like, why would you do that? Why would you intentionally do that? Why would you starve yourself? Like, that's bad for your body. And just like so much misunderstanding around why fasting is even why it's actually like a good thing. Like, it's actually a positive experience. It's actually highly beneficial for your body. Most people don't get that. And I'm not going to go too deeply into that because I could ramble on for probably like an hour, and I'm not trying to do that. But if it resonates with you, look into it. I might make a video and try to like just pinpoint like some of the key reasons for why I'm passionate about dry fasting and why it interests me and what the benefits are, at least from my perspective. But yeah, so a dry fast, you don't drink any water, you don't eat anything. So you are only consuming oxygen, right? No snacks, nothing, no vegetables, no fruit, no water, no liquids. And this is currently the fourth dry fast that I've done. And my intention for this dry fast is to dry fast for 48 hours. Which will make it the longest dry fast that I've successfully completed. My first dry fast was a 24-hour dry fast, and it was the worst thing. I mean, it was epic. It was so good. It was so hard. It was like, at about the 18-hour mark, I could not even lay in bed watching Netflix on my laptop, with my laptop just not even on me, just like next to me, propped up on a pillow. That was too uncomfortable. I couldn't focus. I was too physically and mentally and probably also emotionally uncomfortable to just lay in bed in the most comfortable position, with the most optimal like heating arrangement, the AC on, whatever, maybe a blanket on my feet, and a laptop like right there, like perfectly just in my field of vision. I couldn't even do that. I had to stop the movie that I was trying to watch like 3 or 4 times, completely stop it, and just like try to take little naps. So my first dry fast was a 24-hour dry fast. My second one was 36 hours, and it was way easier just all around. And my third dry fast was also 36 hours, and it was about the same experience as my second one. So this is my fourth dry fast. My intention is to go for 48 hours. I started it yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday the 29th. Today is Friday the 30th. So I started it yesterday on Thursday at work after I finished my lunch. And this was planned out for about a week in advance, maybe 2 weeks. So it's not like I just spontaneously did it. But yesterday after I finished my lunch, I stopped eating and drinking anything. So that was noon, 12 p.m. noon. That's when the dry fast began. Right now it is just about 8:30 p.m. on Friday. So it has been one full day plus about 8.5 hours. So that's 24 hours plus 8 hours, 32 hours, 32.5 hours. And I'm doing way better than I've done in any of my fasts. You know, I went to work. I was like 90% productive at work. Right now, my energy and what I'm feeling physically, mentally, whatever, I'm like 85%. And I'm 32.5 hours into not having eaten or had a sip of water. And it just goes to show how you can transcend, you know, the things that have challenged you or that have stopped you in your tracks before or have knocked you off your feet before, and how you can grow from it, and just how quickly your body is able to adapt and learn what's going on, because we've so spoiled and conditioned our body to eat like 3 meals a day and constantly drink water and stuff like that because you have to, because it's good. And it's that very same logic that resulted in like some of the like worst forest fires like ever, like infernos, because, you know, the whole thinking was, oh, forest fires are bad. All forest fires are bad. Put them all out. Just water. Just put out all the forest fires. And what ended up happening is all of the like undergrowth or whatever, and all of the bark on all of the trees and just all throughout the forest, like what used to periodically be burnt off, now like it was building up. And so all of this dry plant matter, all of this dead dry matter just building up year after year after year, it would reach a point where one small fire that used to be a small fire that would just clear out a certain amount of the forest would just wipe everything out completely. And in many ways, that's how our health has become nowadays. We are, I believe, overeating and over drinking. And I'm not going to get too much into this because it gets crazy. But I believe there are, and you know, consult your physician or whatever, but I believe there are immediate, intense, powerful, amazing benefits to dry fasting for, I don't know, 24 to 72 hours, maybe more. Consult a physician, ask your doctor if, you know, symptoms may include whatever. But yeah, so I believe that there are mental, physical, emotional, spiritual benefits to having an experience like this. I would pretty much encourage most of the people that I know to try it if it resonated with them, if it sounded exciting. But whatever like your initial like gut reaction is, because your gut reaction is probably something very conditioned, like, oh no, that doesn't make sense, you shouldn't do that, like that's bad, you're starving, like that's bad for your body. Maybe set that aside for a moment and just consider the possibility that what if I'm right? Like what if I did stumble across something, and what if these peer-reviewed research articles and scientific studies that I have researched and looked into and read on, and that I'm still printing out and researching and reading about, like what if there's actually something to the science? Like what if there's something to like the literal science, and like what if scientists are actually right about some of this stuff about dry fasting? And what if all of this stuff that we've been taught about, like, oh, if you can live off water for 7 days, but if you don't drink or eat anything, then you're going to die in 3 days. Like, what if that's all, like, actually false? Because I believe the longest recorded dry fast in history, no food, no water, was something like 14 or 18 days. You know, like, our bodies are amazing. You're amazing. I'm amazing. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to give a shout out to all of the people in my life that I love, all of my friends and family, all the people that are closest to me. Thank you, Alex, for getting me like the kiwis and the frozen fruit and the avocados and the organic orange juice and the kombucha and just all the stuff that I'm going to be using to break my fast tomorrow or Sunday, depending on how long I decide to do my fast, if I do decide to push it out to a full 72 hours. And for everyone who I haven't really connected with in a long time, I'm notorious. Maybe not notorious, but I'm probably known just for not initiating contact, maybe not replying in a timely manner, if at all. And it's just sort of not my thing, and I'm trying to make it more my thing because I love connecting, and I'm really entering this phase of my life where I'm really appreciating and loving just sort of connection and interaction and having deep conversations with more and more people and really being more involved in, in the lives of others and having more people involved in my life, that's starting to be a more beautiful thing. And I feel less inclined to just try to do it all myself and just, that's it, and just keep to myself. So I'm opening up more in certain ways, and I just want to say that I love you, and I care about you, and that I think about you from time to time, even if we never, ever talk. And maybe if it's been years since we've had any type of contact, I still love you, and you're still amazing, and we're still friends. Maybe we're more than that. Maybe we're family. So anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful day, and yeah, let's get out there and do something. Can we cut the film now?